Yo, what's going on, guys? In this video, we're going to look at the Friday main slate for DraftKings. Coming off a tough night last night, Chad Kuhl just ruined my night from the start. He just didn't have any of his stuff working and just got absolutely crushed by the Diamondbacks. And then yesterday's video, I also had Fernandez, who wasn't in a starting lineup, but I pivoted to Luis Valbuena, and he hit 2 bombs, so that just kind of stinks that Chad Kuhl kind of just ruined any chance I had of cashing. And then Villanueva was also disappointing as Bumgarner just threw a gem, but it's been a pretty good week up to this point. Let's get right back on track. So please be sure to drop a like and make sure you're subscribed as well. We got a huge slate, like I mentioned. We got Coors on the mound, and Coors, I'm always going to be attacking Coors, especially when we have a weak lefty on the mound against this Rockies team, which is red hot. Started off with pitching. I like Dallas Keuchel a lot at 8,400. This Kansas City offense is pretty much a joke. It's just a joke. They haven't scored more than 4 runs since the beginning of the month. And that was when they had, Soler was still healthy. With Jay gone, Soler hurt, they really have no place to get their offense. Perez is having a down year. Moustakas is having a pretty good season, but he's not a good lefty hitter. And I think Dallas Keuchel is having an up and down season, to say the least. I think he's going to get right back on track. Last season, he was spectacular. Last season, his ERA was just 2.9. He was excellent. And he just faced this Royals team, and he had good success with 23 DraftKings points. So at 8,400, if he can replicate that performance, we'll definitely take it. Second pitcher I like is Chris Stratton of the Giants against the Padres. He's only 7,300. He pitched a gem against them earlier this year. And Stratton does have pretty good stuff. The Padres are 28th in the league against right-handed pitching. So I think he's going to have another great game against them. Pitching at home, he hasn't been great this year, but it's just been a couple of times where he's gotten rocked. So that's why his ERA is just inflated. But it's just a good matchup for him. The Padres do strike out a lot. And at 7,300, it's a good play because he does have great upside that I think he can achieve in this matchup. That leaves us with a lot of money left to spend on the bats, which I mentioned Coors, and I always play Coors. First baseman, we got Justin Bour at 4,200. I think some of the Marlins are going to fly under the radar because they don't have such a high run total. I think it's weird because in Coors, we saw the Mets offense, who are probably the worst offense in the league. We saw them have a breakout series in Coors, so I don't see why the Marlins, who do have some good hitters in their lineup, why they can't have high run totals. So I think Bour is a great play today at 4,200. He's always been a righty killer since he's come into the league. This season, he's hitting .260 with a .526 slugging percentage. He has hit 11 home runs versus righties this season. And last season, he was spectacular, too, with a .292 batting average and a .548 slugging versus right-handed pitching. And John Gray does struggle at home. He gives up a lot of hits, and he gives up a lot of power to lefties. So I think Bour does have 2 home run upside. Is a great play today. Second baseman, we're going to save some money with Brian Dozier at 3,600. It's just way too cheap for this matchup against Mike Minor. Minor has really struggled against right-handed hitters this season. He's given up 11 home runs already to right-handed hitters. And Dozier, although he struggled against left-handed pitching this season, you got to look at it in a large sample size. Throughout his career, he's always been a lefty smasher, so I see no reason why he can't get back to that because he's really struggled against lefties this season, but he should turn around sooner than later. Dozier's career numbers are .275 batting average and a .520 slugging percentage versus lefties, considerably higher than his numbers versus righties. And Minor, like I said, really struggles against righties this season. He's given up a .281 batting average and a .523 slugging versus right-handed hitters this season. So I think this is a good breakout spot for Brian Dozier. Third baseman, we got to go. Nolan Arenado is a lock for me today at 5,900. He's definitely up there in price tag, but that's why we spent down on pitching so we can afford these cats. Arenado has just been a monster. Home runs in 3 straight games. Numbers versus left-handed pitching are insane. .419 batting average, .837 slugging percentage, and Chen is about to get rocked. Chen has a .297 batting average and a .531 slugging percentage versus right-handed hitters this season, and most of that was in the friendly confines of Marlins Park, which is one of the best pitcher-friendly ballparks. Going into the big hitter-friendly ballpark, we should see the Rockies pound Chen like they pounded Jason Vargas the other day. So load up on the Rockies. I shouldn't have to tell you guys that. And then shortstop, we got Trevor Story, another guy that crushes left-handed pitching. Story's been hot lately, and against lefties this year, he's hitting .310 with a .667 slugging percentage. He's also another guy that hits so much better at home. He's hitting 322 at home with a 7.77 slugging percentage. Ridiculous, 13 home runs at home this year. Yep, so I love Story, I love Arenado. Desmond's been killing it against lefties this year too. But those are the 6 guys I got for you. Thanks for watching, appreciate it. Good luck today.